Crazy shit talking about the political and economical state of the world.
Hey boss, do you remember what Google Glass was back in 2015? What did you just say to me? Google Glass. Do you remember that?
I haven't heard that word in years. Where did you find that?
I mean, I did find it on Google, dumbass. I mean, boss.
Get out of my room. Get out of my room.
Yeah, you got
right now.
problems.
Get out of my room. Where the fuck did you find it?
Alright, people, thank you so much. I'm now at 219 subscribers, and I just want to appreciate everybody who subscribed to me since the 200 subscriber video. I want to shout out those who had recently subscribed to me. Shout out Alex CH, Driz, Peps, Makai Music, David, Jay, Ricky, KJ13, Javen, Speedy Cubes, Paycorn, Velo, Copain, Our Son, Kyrie, Billy, Mr. Mill, Maharcore 51, Polar King, Dave Thrax, Joka, Maurice, Maltria, Christopher, Christian Reyes, Steven Vaughn, Christian Ortiz, Stan. Last 90 days. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for hitting that subscribe button. I'm gonna keep doing that. Everybody who subscribed to me new before the new video, I'm gonna shout you out real quick. Let's get on to the video. Thank you. You guys, I forgot that Google released some glasses that were high-tech, futuristic. It was like the next new thing. As a kid, I think it came out around 2015, and I was like, damn, I want to get some of these glasses, but I couldn't afford it. I was just 15. I was just in high school. I had just recently got into high school. I was a freshman. I always wondered, like, what happened to them? Did they ever grow big? Did they ever become a success? We're gonna see a video of what happened to the Google glasses. You guys might have forgot. This is how they looked like. This was supposed to be the next big thing, bro. This. You could play YouTube videos, movies, Netflix, Hulu, anything, listen to music. Like, it was like the next big thing. But what happened to them? We're gonna find out in today's video. Let's get it, you guys.
In 2012, the internet was presented with what many were calling the next step in consumer electronic products: Google Glass. This set of eyewear promised to allow you to record the world around you, check the time, get directions, and translate languages with the convenience of having a prescription put in them. Most thought that this was the future, but years
I didn't even know you can translate languages through the glasses itself. Wow.
have passed and you hear almost nothing about this once revolutionary technology. So what happened? Before we get ahead of ourselves, to start this off, we're going to have to go back around a decade when Google X was founded. This was a new research and development team created in response.
Okay, he's kind of stretching it out. I just want to know what happened. Most replay.
Only made a few thousand units at first for journalists, developers, influencers, and 8,000 people that begged for them on Twitter. I'm not joking. Even if you were selected from those interested, you'd still need to shell out $1,500 for the honor of being the first to get the tech.
So the glasses were worth $1,500. Yeah, I was not going to be able to afford that when I was 14 years old.
This was not intended for prime time, but it didn't stop everyone from talking about how these were going to be the next big thing. The device worked by tethering the glasses to your phone, which allowed you to display a variety of information on the upper left-hand corner of your vision. With this framework, people watched to see where things would go as applications were developed and Google rolled out the device to more consumers. To show just how popular this thing was,
Dude, I'm sure if they kept pushing that, it would have been such a big hit in today's world. Because I'm sure like technology is evolving rapidly. Because Apple came out with the Vision Pro, but Google firstly came out with this. And I really thought that was going to be the next big thing.
was at the time, Casey Neistat made a compilation of all the people that asked him about his pair within the span of a few days of wearing them.
Yes. Is that Google Glass? Is that Google Glass? Is that the Google Glass? That's the Google.
Bro, what happened? These used to be the biggest thing. Like everybody was talking about it. How did they just like disappear from the internet?
The Google Glass.
Google Glasses?
Just the Google Glasses. Can't they Google thing?
Google Glass. Google Glass? Google Glass, man. How is that?
As already mentioned, many thought
So they were super popular. Yeah, I don't doubt that.
that smart glasses were the next big thing, but as the years went on, you just stopped hearing about them. That's not to say Google had given up on the product. In fact, they did release a second generation with better specs. But by the end of 2019, they released their last software update for Google Glass Explorer. So why wasn't Google Glass able to take off with the general public? It's clear that there was interest when the product was first announced. Well, the answer to that lies within a few different hurdles that Google may have underestimated. Firstly, some would say that this technology was simply ahead of its time. One of the biggest complaints from early adopters was that the battery was very small due to the fact that you couldn't make the product too heavy or bulky as it was worn on your face. Even though battery technology has improved a lot over the past decade, for a product like this, most would expect a charge to last them for the entire day to be interested in buying a pair. On top of this, with a price over $1,000, you're dealing with a very specific group willing to pay so much for a product they really don't need. Another problem people had with the idea of smart glasses was
Did he ever say how long the glasses lasted with his current battery life?
the built-in camera, as many saw it as getting rid of the last shred of privacy society still had. For years, there have been reports of companies listening to people on their phones.
Oh, look, that's one big thing too. I've noticed that with Apple, well, any kind of technology products along the time that I've had an iPhone, just understanding how technology works, right? So as of now, I know my iPhone is listening to me. So whatever I gotta say, I'm sure it's the government listening, but who knows? And whenever I say like a specific thing, like, oh wow, like I really want to buy some oranges today, I get a bunch of ads on like where they're having oranges, the sales they're having, Kroger selling oranges for this cheap. Like it's weird because I'm like, damn, I just said that and now it's popping up on my phone. And I'm sure you guys had like the same like instance where like you said something, let's say like a hoverboard or something, and then you get like ads for a hoverboard on Google or some shit like that. Let's move on with the video.
But now with the camera pointed in clear view at all times, if someone got a hold of all that data, they would essentially be an all-seeing eye. Some governments went as far as to call for a ban on the device for this very reason. To put
That makes sense because I'm sure people respect people's privacy, but I'm sure other companies don't.
put it simply, the dystopian outlook freaked many out. Moving on to the final point, and oddly the most popular case I've seen against Google Glass, is that it looked weird. There's no doubt that this iteration
I personally don't think it looks weird. I think it looks like an advanced person who wants to have their calendar on the top right of their eye, you know, like nothing crazy. What do you guys think?
of the product looked like technology right out of a science fiction movie. And that wasn't necessarily a good thing. Those that wore them in public were stared at. People started to mock the technology's users. And most importantly, the fact that you were never quite sure if the person was recording you led to several reports of altercations, where Google Glass users were attacked when accused of filming a person without
Look, I didn't know that people were getting inside because they thought they were getting filmed, but that would make sense in today's society.
permission. Remember, when trying to start off a trend, you need to make people want to own the product for themselves.
Correct.
And while Google was able to spark fascination, at the end of the day, most people didn't want a pair for daily use, leading to a corporate pivot in who the company targeted the technology to: professionals. It turns out there's still some hope for this invention, as by 2017, Google changed their focus to the enterprise edition of the product.
That is super smart. Companies with people, yeah, like exactly, mechanics, aviation mechanics, any kind of mechanics, or like logistics, like all that shit could be useful with the glasses. Having their like logistics pattern on the top right, and then like other type of things, like what kind of tools do they need? It can count their bits. Like I don't know, you could really put this product to use with some good updates too, you know?
Whether it be for a mechanic working on a piece of machinery or a doctor in surgery, they now sell Google Glass to help businesses increase productivity.
Smart.
With many large companies buying pairs for workers to this very day. On top of this, competitors have
God.
also made their own attempts to get into this vertical. Microsoft took smart glasses to the next level with a full mixed reality experience, placing objects into the real world around you.
Next video for sure.
Amazon Echo Frames went the opposite route by making a simpler product that focuses more on the audio component, reading you notifications and such without a display or a camera. These are also good since you don't look like a weirdo wearing them. In conclusion, while most people look at Google Glass as a failure, I think that might have been our fault for overhyping the technology. It was a unique idea that Google developed right as technology caught up to the futuristic concepts, and at no point did they ever try to sell it to the masses. Will smart glasses ever go mainstream in the future?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Maybe.
But for the time being, it will stay as a small niche.
Would you guys have bought the glasses if, let's say, supposedly you had the money to buy them, $1,500 with taxes like 09 or some shit? I would personally. If I had the money, I would definitely get the glasses. I know I'll probably get into a couple of fights because people think I'm going to be recording them. But overall, I feel like they were an amazing product by the looks of it, you know, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out. Hopefully they make a comeback in the upcoming years. But what do you guys think about the video? I know it was pretty short. I hope you guys liked the beginning. Shout out to everybody who subscribed to me. I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Goodbye.